so I'm trying to get ready here. So I'm sorry for the mess. So far I don't see anyone here, but I'm still getting ready for the event today. And so I'll give it a little bit more of time while I am still setting up here. So bear with me because I just came back from work. There was a lot more traffic than what I expected, and so definitely I took longer than expected. So anyhow, so let me just put here what we're gonna be making today, because again, I just came home and really couldn't have a lot of pre-planning this time like I usually do. So anyhow, so yes, there was a lot of traffic, Lucy, you're right. There was a lot of traffic for me. Typically I do like 40 minutes coming back from work, and today it was almost an hour and a half. I mean, it was just insane crazy. I was stressing out because I didn't know if I was gonna make it. So anyhow, and then I was trying to plan for this. I was trying to plan for this. Usually I plan for this on a Wednesday. And then I had a friend who asked me to kind of design her wedding invitations. And of course I said yes, because I mean, it's a great opportunity for me to show her how easy it is. And so we were playing with it, but then she came back and said that she needed to have at least 10 of them done by this week, because she's going to, I think, to Mexico, and she needed to give at least those first 10 invitations. And so anyhow, so we ended up doing cards yesterday for her wedding, and of course I couldn't really plan for today. So for today though, I just received, literally today, right now, my my Stampin blends. So I have them here with me. I just unpacked them, and since I didn't know exactly what we were going to be doing today, I decided, okay, let's give it a try and do 2 of these cards, which I really like those 2 cards. So let's give it a try and see how that goes. And so anyhow, the stamp set that goes with this kit, it's the Color Me Happy. And to be honest, I'm still learning how this whole promotion is. I'm not really sure if it's already available for all customers, so I apologize for that. I'll definitely look through it later tonight or tomorrow, and I'll put it there. So anyhow, so let's see how this works. This kit is great for the fact that it comes with everything. I mean, this is what I just found. There are these little sequins that I feel like they're really cool. They have these, I want to say that it's like a washi tape, but it's even shinier than the one that we have, and the washi tape that we have in the catalog. I feel like this one is even shinier. Don't you think? So anyhow, so we have that. Then there's also a little bit of linen thread, and then there's these really mini tencels, I think it's called, or tassels. I don't know the word. But these little things that kind of hang, and I think they're the cutest because they're really little. You can see my finger. See how little it is? It's not really that big. So anyhow, and then of course it comes with all the envelopes and all the different things that you need to create a card. So anyhow, so let's go from there. I've already took the, I think this is what we need for the one with the birds. I believe so. And of course I'm going to be putting here my picture so I can follow. I'm really bad with instructions. I am more of a visual person, if you haven't figured that out already. And so, yeah, it's pretty, oh, tassels are good, yes. So, so anyhow, so I didn't really read the instructions. A, I don't have time, and 2, a lot of the times I don't understand written instructions. I don't know, something in my brain doesn't click. If I see a video or if I see the card, pretty much I could figure out how it goes. But instructions, there's no way. I don't know what it is. I'm always confused as to, you want me to do what? I just can't figure out. So anyhow, so I'm just based basing the whole thing on what I see on the picture. And I don't even know if the instructions on this thing, let me see, because like I said, I didn't really, so yeah, see, there's like steps, and see, when I see something like this, like literally, I just can't. So anyhow, so I'm just going to be following the picture. I'm pretty sure that we can figure out. And so it is this little guy. So let's start with that one. And so there's two birds on this one. There's a little one that it's like a little bit right, exactly. I think a lot of people are that way, Lizzie. So when everything fails, then I probably read the instructions, and even then I probably don't. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm the same way. So this one which I think is a little bit like smaller but long, like, you know, like longer, and this one is a little bit like standing up. So I feel like this is the guy and this is the girl. So and based on the picture, I feel like yes, because this is the pink and this is the blue. So anyhow, so for the Stampin' blends, if I remember when we were having the Stampin' blendabilities, we were told to use only the Memento because it was not alcohol based, and so it will not stain, or it would not stain your when you're coloring. It wouldn't pull the color from the black into your image. So I'm going to be sticking with that, and of course I'm trying to see if these are the, so this one is dark pink pirouette, and then this one is light pink pirouette. So I'm going to be using those two. Now, one of the changes that they have with the Stampin' blends is that there's only 2 rather than 3 as in the past. I don't know yet that I like it or not, to be honest, because I haven't played with them until today, but a lot of the people have been saying that it's kind of better because, you know, you can go darker or darker or lighter if you use the, what is this? The color lifted. So I guess you don't really need it. So we'll see. And the other thing that I think is cool is that you purchase one by one rather than the whole pack. Like on the other ones, you have to get the set of 3. And so what ended up happening to me a couple of times is that I would use one more than the other. And so for me to replace it, I would have to get the 3 of them. Where right now, I think you can only get the 1 that you need. So I feel like that is awesome. Because there's typically one color that you'll like better and you'll end up using more. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so let's just go with these. Let me just take just before, since this is a kit. Okay, so just want to. Did they come with a blender pen and not just the color? No, it's just I think it's the color lifted only. There's not a blend. And I got the whole kit, and so I didn't see any extra. It was just the color lifter, Lucy. So no, there's not a blender. Okay, so I feel like this, and of course, I take my, so I'm gonna be putting it like so. Okay. All right, so here's one, and I feel like it's smooth, but anyway, we'll go. And then we're gonna do this little guy too. And again, I'm using the Memento. Okay. Now, if you ask me, one thing that I will probably do for the future ones, just because again I'm just playing with this, is I will probably use the what is this called? The Stampin' Magic. Just because if you see, this one is kind of this way when I stamp. So I'm okay with it, but I'm sure that down the road it might be something that I will be like, I don't really like that part. But anyhow, so as the other ones, there is a thicker line and a thinner line. So we're gonna be using the thicker because that's like the brush, and then you can see. Let me just put it up. So you can see this is a fine tip, and this is the other, you know, like a brush. So for coloring the whole thing, I'm just gonna go and use the brush. And what I like about the alcohol markers in general is that you don't have those lines, you know, you can go over and over and you don't see like the brushes that you make, which I think is kind of cool about it. All right, so now this is the first layer. And then I'm going to be using this one, and let's just do some areas. Okay. And I really like it, you know? I feel like it's really cool. All right. Let's see. And then once you have it that way, you probably need to do a little bit more of this just so that you can blend them. All right. That way you can kind of have the blending that you were asking Lucy. There we go. And so, you know what? I'll probably go with a little bit more of this one, especially like here. Because and I really like coloring, you know? I really do. So, all right. And I just go again with the lighter color. All right, now if I wanted to have what I've seen in other videos is that you can go, like if you wanted to make it even lighter, then you go with this guy. And give it a little bit of, you can see that. You see? Now, one thing that I am seeing is that I am bleeding out. I guess that I should have done it more inside. So that's something to kind of learn from these. So that's something that is happening. I could probably see if maybe with this, you know, I don't know. Because it seems like it's bleeding out, which I didn't expect that, but it is doing it. So, what do you think? It's like it's bleeding, you know? So anyhow, it's just, I guess it's just a learning curve, to be honest. And like I said, this is the first time I'm playing with this blend, with these blends. Here it is. So this will be fading, and as it dries, I'm sure the color will be going away. But yes. So yes, that's exactly right. There's the blending looks really nice. Look into the little bird. You don't really see lines, which that's the part that I really like about it. So now for the other one, I'm gonna be using the pool party, and of course I need to see how this color goes. Okay, so this is the light, just so I can see. Oh yes, okay, it is those colors. All right, so let's just use the, and I'm gonna try to do this one inside and not so much do the border, just to see if that makes a change on the bleeding. Because as you saw on the pink one, I did see a lot of the color going outside the lines, which I don't think I like that much. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, you just have to practice, you know? I used in the past the Copics, and they do the same. Like, I think like when you put a lot of color, you get that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just practice and learning what the different markers do, you know? Let's see. Let's just see how this goes. And then, of course, I'm going to go back with the lighter to make sure those get blended. And not going so much over the... Okay, so if I do this, I'm just going to need a little bit more here. And a little bit here. One thing I'm going to say is that color lifted really lifts a lot of color. I know that with the Copics, you can see this one lifts a lot of the color. You see that? And I remember that with the Copics, you can see it really a lot here. It didn't pick it up that much. So see, this one looks better, I feel, because it didn't bleed. I think like this one, maybe I used too much of the color. So I'll have to go back with the white one, with the lifter. So that's something to take into consideration for sure. Because yeah, it's bleeding and I don't like that. So anyhow, so I'm not gonna put this card together just because I will probably end up using some of my cardstock just to replace this one, because I would not like to have this particular other. So it's more of a practice. How about that? And then of course I would like to have its little feet color as well. So, and it's big. So I'm gonna do that. So there we go. So here it is. See, I feel like I like this one absolutely. You can see the bleeding, so I probably have to do more layers and see if that makes it better. But this one, I didn't put so much color on the borders, and you can tell the difference between those two. So I would assume that that's a good tip right there. So anyway, so I won't put this card together. Yeah, that's also true. We could probably do that too, right? You cut it out. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. If I could cut it out and then I glue it. So yes, like I said, I probably will end up using some of the cardstock and replace the whole thing. Like I said, this is more for me to kind of play around and see how it looks. But let me just see. And I don't want you to see me again coloring again the same one. So let's just do another one. How about that? Well, this one I think is going to be a work in progress at this point. So for this one, oh, I never put this one on a blog. I saw the picture. This one was kind of interesting, because I'm gonna use this scrap of paper. There is, you see that? There is this one that kind of goes this way, and then you have one here. So let's just do. And you know what? I'll probably be doing the coloring. It's almost 7:30. I guess this coloring thing is taking a little bit of time. So the first one seems like goes like so. All right. And you know what? Before I do the other line, I'll probably do this one, which is here, just so that I know where does this one has to go. Then there is on the kit there is already this ones that you could pop out, and it will go like so here. So we can color that one, and then we're gonna be doing the next one here. Oh, you actually have to do, you know what? That's kind of fun. It seems like you have to do also the other one, even though you don't color it, so that you can get the little things to it. Okay, so you have that. And then we'll have again this one. And again, I'm just using the Memento ink. And so this one will cross. Okay. And there is, again, the little one in the middle. Okay. Alright. And then two of these ones. This looks like a fun card, although there's a lot of coloring. Okay. 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 I really like it. Alright, so I'm just gonna take this one out. And so for this ones, I see that it's again the pool party, this one, and I see there's orange. So it will be the pumpkin. And of course, let's see which one is pumpkin light. Here it is. Okay, so let's just play with this. And then of course is this one. So we'll probably do this one first. And so same thing with that one. All right. Okay. Alrighty. I like that they have a really nice tip, so you can go really well. And so now I'm gonna go with this one, the darker color. And so let's see. I'm too quiet. Usually when I color, I can't talk too much. Does that happen to you guys? If I am coloring, it's harder for me. Okay, and then I'm gonna lift a little bit of the color. There we go. Yeah, much better. So yeah, I think that on the other one I was putting a lot of color, because you can see on this one, this has not really bleed. So so I think that's really the thing. You just have to be oh, this one I'm gonna be putting this, so I won't do that one then. I'll put the color in. Yeah, it takes a lot to concentrate, right? Let me just color this one just in case you can see it from behind. I won't do the shadowing, but let's just put the color in. Okay, and so let's do this one too. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Lucy. I think that we just have to be coloring like not put so much of the color in on the lines, like not saturate that much of the color, if you know what I mean. Which I think that on the pink bird, I think I did. So lesson learned, you know. And again, I am love that you don't really see the strokes of your coloring when you're using the alcohol markers. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, it gives a really nice like a shining, you know, thing. Not shining, like a little more of light on the areas where you go with the lifter. So yeah, I like that too, Sarah. All right, so let's do this one too. And let's just do that one too here. So I guess if we want to put more color, it should be more inside rather than the lines. That will be my take on this. And then I'll go back with lighter color just to make sure I'm blending everything. And the same with this one. And then the lifter. And the same here. And that's it. See that? It looks really nice. And this one will be here. It's gonna be popped up here. So you don't really see it, but since it's gonna be popped up, at least it will have some color inside in case someone will see it. And then let's do the blue ones. For the blue ones, actually it's a pool party. The same thing. We'll go with the light color. Okay. Whew. I wonder if we're doing both at the same time. Oh no, my goodness. Here it is. Let's just do now this. All right. Let's just do the same here. And then I'll go back again with the lighter color just so that we can have some of that. Yeah, it is a nice combination, Sarah. It really is. Stampin' Up! Does always great on that, you know, their color combinations are always really great. So for this one, I'm going to be doing a little bit of lifting here and here. So here it is. So yeah, so definitely, I think that that's really the trick. Do not go really too heavy on the lines. Focus on the inside, and that way you don't have the whole bleeding like on the first one. Where's the first one? Let me see how it's looking now. I mean, it doesn't look really that bad, but still. Definitely this one looks better than this guy. And this one, like I said, yes. I mean, I think it's just a learning curve. But I really love that you don't see the strokes on the alcohol marker. So we're going to be painting this one with the where's my picture? With the dimensional. And if I, here, if I can tell where are my dimensionals. Oh, you can even, yeah, you can even see them through the thing, so. There we go. Well, thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. I'm not by any means an expert. You saw my first one. You saw the first one. You were here. Okay, so it has this one. It has one of those little things, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna get to use one of these little guys. If I could open it, of course. Ugh. Okay, here it is. Oh, it looks really nice. See? It looks really nice. I love it. And then where is the linen thread? Well, I don't really like the bleeding, so I knew I will have to be coloring and coloring until I figure out what can I do to not happen, to not have it, because I don't like the bleeding too much, to be honest. So, all right. So technically, this one goes here. Okay. And what am I doing here? I think I'm gonna be doing like a knot or something, because otherwise, how would this? Yeah, so let's just put one of these things. And again, this is me not reading instructions, so I have no clue how this thing says to do it. I'm just going however I feel like, because seriously, I don't like reading the instructions when I know I'll have more questions than being able to figure out how to do it. Like I said, I'm more of a visual person always. So I'm just gonna do, well, I'm gonna tie a note if I can. And then that way I can put either the fast fuse or some dimensionals and then be done with it. Okay. So here we go. So we have that. And this one kind of goes like so. I'm going to move this one. And then I'm going to use my scissors here. There you go. I really like this little guy. Seriously. So now that I have that, let's just fold this one. Where is my bone folder? Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna put it here so it's kind of in an angle too. Yes, I like that better. And then it has this washi over here. Okay. I don't think it's washi tape. Now that I am seeing this, it's like a little, this is a different thing. It's like a sticker thing. Oh, I think I messed up that. All right, where's my, so I'm gonna be putting this one here. So I need, oh, I'm gonna cut it like right here. It's like you have a sticker here. You see that? So it's not washi. Oh, and it's really thin, so So let's just put it like so. Okay, so we're gonna put it here, and this one I'm gonna put it on. I think it has to be dimensionals. I feel like it deserves some dimensionals, you know? So let's just put some, you know what? I'm gonna put it one here. I'm gonna put it one here so this one doesn't move. Probably put another one here and one more here. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that paper is really cute. Here it is. Here we go. Now, one thing that I am missing here is the little saying. So let me just do that too. And there's this one. Okay. And supposedly needs to be like so. Okay. Okay, so let's do the the words here. Celebrate. I think I like this one a lot. It looks really happy. That color combination is really nice. I should probably do more of that color combination, you know? Alright, so now I'm going to do this. I'm going to be using, well, it seems like it is like an Old Navy. Or is that black? I'll go with Old Navy. Bear with me, this. Okay, here it is. There we go. Alright, and so now for this, well, I need to let it that's too funny. Yes. Alright, so I'm just gonna, it sounds like it's still fresh, so I'm just gonna let it dry. So while we are letting it dry, why don't we put some Wink of Stella? I'm sure this card doesn't have it, but you can never be wrong with Wink of Stella, don't you think, Lucy? Really, I mean, that's like the best thing ever. Those lanterns look really cool with this. Oh wow, I really like it. Okay. All right. And you know what? When you use the, like if you use the regular markers or when you're coloring with the ink pads or the the watercolor pencils, if you use the Wink of Stella, you actually pick up the color, but when you're using the alcohol, you don't pick any of the color. So that's another plus of those, you know? So, look at this. I mean, that Wink of Stella makes a big difference. Seriously, it always does. I'm sure you know that by now. Okay, so the last thing is, let's put this, and I'm gonna be putting it, no, I'll put it exactly how they said. All right, so here we go. So that's going to be pretty much all for today. Definitely, I will definitely do this one again, since now I figure out a way to not get the bleeding. So I'll do this one again with the regular paper, and I'll put it together, and I put a picture of it so you can see it. But you can tell, like on this one, I don't have any of the bleeding, so I think that will make the trick. So anyhow, so that's all for today. I am so sorry that I was all over the place today. And as in my previous videos, this is the hostess code for October. So if you want to get anything from my store at www.miranda.stampinup.net, it will be this hostess code. And I'll be sending you a pack for 4 cards. What is this? A pack for 4 cards using the painted autumn. So that's what we're doing right now. So it's 4 cards with the painted autumn. So do check it out if you want to get it. And then what other thing I was gonna say? Oh, anyone who comments on the video or also share, I'll put them in the drawing, and I'll do 2 cards. Now I didn't do the drawing from last week, so I'll be doing the drawing tomorrow. So I'll do a quick Facebook Live, and then I'll draw for those 2 cards. So I'll be doing that. I couldn't do it this week. It has been really crazy so far. And so anyhow, I'll do that, and then I'll pick the winner for those. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate it. And so anyhow, I'll put I'll put this one also once it's done. So anyhow, thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.